And YouTube should be also live. So I will link. Or is there a link in my YouTube, Twitch? Okay, I will check if I have here links so that the people can see where we are. Yes, okay. So under info, everybody can see it. Should be also if you... Okay, I'm now in the live stream. Yes, and you see also the YouTube. See YouTube link in info. I should change that. Good. Okay, so we help the Twitch guys if they want to watch, they can watch. And yeah, okay, so what is our plan today? We want to build an island. Okay, that's the main goal. And to achieve that, oh, by the way, I'm walking here. Am I? That's me. But maybe because we know our own names, so we can just deactivate these name panels, so that's no problem. We will today focus on the so-called Offsim builds. So some creators are doing these. Mostly I don't see it that much, but I figured out how to work with it. So the basic idea is that you build an Offsim tile and connect it to the so-called parent prim. And the shards could be across the border and are just fine there. So we can't walk to the space, but it's just to create some more immersion. Okay, the music is a little too loud. We make it a little softer. Okay, so and for this, mostly I start to create such a tile on the mainland, so we can we have a better control about the pieces. And afterwards I connect these and push them over to the edge. So that's the idea. So, and what we also do is we change our lighting so that the sun is above us. So you see here we created some basic prims to have some feeling of size and that we are not lost, we mark our ideas as shadows on the ground. Good. First, we try to figure out if I have something nice in my inventory. I think I have urban streets. Yes, so that's the urban jungle sidewalk. So the question is that too dark for the for our beach theme, or should we do it with these? So the only way to find that out is that we just place one or two and try out, and if it's not fit, then we have to move to the marketplace or a different sim and buy some new streets. So we have the manhole, so this is not interesting. Maybe we should do that. Also, the basic idea could be that I erase an installation I already did and maybe use that as a base and not having so much trouble. Okay, these are the trails. We don't want these. Road extras. Where are the roads? So this is basically the road. So, basic roads component, here we are. Crossroad. Corner, crossroad, curve. It is a curve, dead end. Ah, straight road. That is a thing. Okay, and this clever road here has also the opportunity to change the texture. But I don't think we like it green. Not green. Clean. We like it clean. Okay, is there a clean one? Ah, this one. This one is the clean one. So the big question is, do we want this street? Do we like the street? That's the question. So sometimes you need just to test something before you can say, okay, it's good or it's not good. So he just plays it here a little quick and dirty. So here we have to then play a little around and so we can just move it a little bit down maybe, so you see that field, so that is then a problem we need to solve. But that's solvable. So we will find a solution for that. So is this something that could work? I think it is. I think it is. So and the funny part is we can also, that is an offer for the customer later, we can also add here some kind of tunnel or some kind of teleportation thing and shift avatar over to another level and have there maybe a racing track or so, something fun where the small community here is happy with. So, but this is just an add-on and idea for later. So I think we are going for the streets. And what is even more important will be the shops around and also the decoration. So this is here just a start. Yeah. And yeah, we built here first this road, and second we built the Offsim part here and give this a city touch with some living or with some higher buildings where people live in, or maybe shops. And I think that's a good aim for this co-working stream here today. So we need to clean up now, so we try now to use here the snap options and find some good snapping points. So is a meter working? Okay, that's basically not working. So what I do here is Second Life gives us the opportunity to work with crits. But of course, when the mesh is not the exact size of the grid, so it feels to align. So this is something you need to consider when you use grids. So, but now we have a perfect alignment. And now we copy that. I just place it right. So that we can. So we need here this little special arrow. This one. So we move now exactly just in, what is this? Y and X level. So, and here, yeah. That's working nicely. So we do it now. So was this here already? Then you can zoom in, double check if it's aligned, and if you're happy, you leave it. And if you screw up, you can always press Control Z to fix a little fuck ups you may be created by misclick, by whatever. You know, all shit happens. And in Second Life, sometimes a lot shit happens. In the mid of a party, I was once killing the whole club and the people were just dancing on the ground. So that was kinda hilarious, but at the same time also a bit impressing. No, embarrassing. That's the word. Embarrassing. Good. So, and we do here again the alignment. And if you want to know which print I use here, it's... I think you can find it easily over the marketplace. It's a road kit, Urban Jungle, and it's for an affordable price. I think the creator has much more of assets to sell. But there are also others on the market for sure. And I think we start here with what we have, and in case there's something different needed, we could buy also different things. But we start with this here. I think it's quite good. So what we are doing here now is, you see, I wanted to create here this not aligned street. So of course, it's for us, for the builder, a pain, but it's more joyful to watch later if not all is like yeah, and not all is straight. So, but we need our angle. I think at the start I accidentally got some good angle. This was nearly perfect, wasn't it? So that's 120. What I choose here. Okay, so what is here the problem? The problem is that the terrain the sim has is now covering up the street due to we use here a little trick. We shift here a little down to hide the mesh on the parts we don't like to see. So we now fixed it and we don't have clipping. So because the mesh we don't want to see is under the mesh of the road, but we run into this problem here. So we run into this problem, and the only solution for that could be maybe we have the chance to edit the mesh. But we will see. No, we can't. It's a one piece. So we are a little screwed here. So we could cover it up somehow. Or we do something else. So I don't know yet. Maybe what we also can do is I build this piece in Blender and make it fit. So that could be also an option. Because it's an easy shape and we have basically the textures and can rebuild it and mod the part for us. So yeah, I think we will mod that part or cover it up. Maybe we place here a car. So I think we place here a car, or maybe a car accident is here and we show that. Something like this. Or we, our solution could be that we place cones here and add here dirt, while there's some of construction working here going on. So because construction work is something that could happen in a city. And we built here a city, and the city should become alive later. So now, this is here a little the tricky part, but we have a better solution. So we don't want to do that here, what I tried first. So this is stupid. So what we do is we kill these parts, because we have here already perfectly aligned streets. So what we do is just we copy that. I shift and move, and then with Control L we link it, and now we have. Do we have enough street? We have enough street, because then we want turn back. So now we just need to do the alignment once and not every tire. So that is sparing us a lot of time and helps us. Okay, now we have to lock off the... So you see also now here that we can't move properly the things around while it's out of the way. So this is also not helping, because then it's it moves like just like that. So we move it back. So and we try to link that again. Oh no, it's not working. So what we can do is edit the extrude. So I think the last, so So you can move here the pointer with this option. Edit, access, add root. So then this pointer here jumps to the root item, and you have more control about the whole thing. So, and now I think we should do here 30, because then the angle is fitting, so we control if the alignment is covering up. It is. We have here a little clipping, but that's okay. So we don't care because we can cover up that easily. Oh, okay. Yeah, what I missed here is I can't change the rotation for the whole collection, so this is not working. So now we fucked up again, and we do a lot of Control Z now. Of course, we have to redo. So maybe this is working. No, it's not. So the problem is we can't link items which are further away of 64 meters. So that's a little pain. But we will handle that. So can we do this now? No, we can't. So we can use that. So if you want to rotate or then you just play a little around with it, then you're fine. So now we collected the last again. Okay, I think we are fine. So we can move that street here up. So, and now we are starting to build an Offsim item. So, and we saw already we had a problem with these 64 meter. So now we are creating a little pattern for us that we have a clue where the 64 meter are ending. So this is here our magic circle. So, and with luck we can connect this one, this, and this. No, not this. So we will unlink these. And now we try this, this, and this, and no, it's not working. Okay, unlink. So as I'm moving like this, no. Okay, maybe this could work. Okay, then it's working. So you see now, this is our parent print trim, and here are the child trims. And now we can just have shift. Did I hear a copy? No, I don't have a copy. So now we align it back to the straight one. And we can push it over the edge. So, and that's cool. So at the end here, we build some kind of tunnel or something like this. We'll cover it up else. There are for sure some tricks to do that. And of course, we are running here in the same issue. Even worse. So here maybe we're doing just a little. So we have that. Yeah, I think we have here no other answer than building that tile in Blender and change it. Because just to lift that, to cover it up, that will not work. So here we will build something that looks similar and use that instead of this row tile. So the stream should be running good. So when you have any questions or so, let me know. Good, we have now this one. And we basically also doing this street extension with these tiles here. When is this working? Okay, should work this. Unlink. We are in a wrong editing mode. So let's try this. No, okay. This was not working. Unlink. We just can add 4 tiles at once. But this is okay. So we copy that and we unlink that again. Because the last tile here we delete. And move this one instead on this inside. Then we activate our snapping again. Let it snap. And then we also So, and now we have a perfect alignment and an extension into the part we can't moving. So at some point you drive, and here a magic wall will hit you. So, and we can prevent that then with maybe that we add here a car accident or some kind of things that blocks the roads, or some kind of party is starting here and the police is blocking the road because here is a party, and we place here some party dummies or party people, something like this. Could all be here. Good. So what we see here are rests of our terrain. We should flatten. Good. That's now flat as good. Okay, I should also not mute my microphone in the middle. So when you use or when you shift your prims into the border, then you destroy the selection and it's screwed. So whenever you did that, the magic Control Z is helping you and it's all fine again. Okay, I think I will now work a little bit more on it and describe less. Due to I need also to recover my voice a little bit. I had a feeling that it's a little bit rusty. And I need to drink a tea, so I get my tea first. So, and we're at here now, a magic trim. So, and you see here, it was failing once to link, so it's kinda... Oh, what happens here? Why is this moving like that? Ah, okay. We did link that a little bit wrong. So first we need the item that are the shields, and second... That's not linking. Okay. Okay. In the previous version of that, we had here the big mesh that was the leading part. But now we have just a small point, and now we can move to the edge. And also can change here the direction much smoother, and can dock more precise to that beach. And now, and first when we zoom out, it looks quite okay. And if we zoom in, we have here an endless beach, which is also nice. So, and also here, same thing. Here will be some kind of natural barrier, so maybe a lot of vegetation or something like this. So, and we have here also this this prim just standing around. So we will name it Offsim Beach, so we can find later. And with the edit, we can just move this guy here and push it a little bit deeper. We can also try to move it a little bit and extend the last centimeters out of it to have a nice Offsim experience. Because we still have these limitations of the 64 meter. So that is a thing we have to deal with. So you see here we have some centimeters. Okay, great. Good. We now see here that we are clipping through that. But that's not a big problem. So we can move up the street a little bit later or lower the beach so no one will see him. And when you're done just making pictures of this sin, and yeah, nobody will see this glitch here. Good. What we do else is we add now here plates so that we cover up these holes and simulate more ground, which is not here, but for us it's then here, and we are happy. And maybe we also move a little bit around the sim background here. This is made by Zom Edelman, I think. His full name, so I just call him Zom. And he's doing great Offsim experience to make Second Life really immersive. And you see his builds widely spread over our metaverse. So this end thing here we can delete again. And now I will take or get myself a tea. So with some honey that my voice don't crack so much. So I'm back. Yeah, honey and tea is working. So maybe I talked too much in the last weeks. What's just a little cough, I don't know. So this is already a plate we installed here. So we shift that a little bit here. Okay, they figured out something else. Great. I need to take care. So let me just quickly add some new rule to the automot. Because we have always these scammers with the few bots that searching small channels, and what we else do is we can delete somehow the chat, or we spam it away. So put that I can spam my own channel. So that we don't do here for these scammers some advertising. That is not what we want. Okay, and I need to save this new method. Good. I saved the term. I can add this to the automot, and then the next time they will try it, they got punished. And we like to punish scammers. So also now we have here some clipping again, and so now we don't have clipping anymore. And the trick now is we hopefully have, oh no, that we don't, oh, how much? We can move the plates very wide, so that's good. That is good. Can we also move this here? Okay, so technically we can also add here more. Yeah, we will here add for sure the tunnel. Something like this, so we have here some opportunities still, some space left. So it will not end up here empty. But what we first do is we build here some sand to cover up. So this will now So hopefully we have here some sand and light sand. So light sand looks good. Sanders we don't want. You can also easily use that. And what's about this sand? This sand would be handy, maybe, but it's at the end. Here will be buildings, and we don't have any problems anyway. Good. So with this. Ah, sorry. So here we can just copy it. And have a lot more sand outside the sim. And we will try to just use that as one maybe. So we have here plenty of space. Okay, I guess something like this. So we clean up a little. Okay, and here we need the trees. Here we want trees and fields. So I think how we can add here. So I think we add here the rocky shoreline, because I'm not able to cover all that up here. So we add here the rocky shoreline, so it sends smoothly in that. So that is the first thing we do. So let me find the rocky shoreline. Then the cool thing is we have also here some nice textures we can use right now and get a feeling of what we get. Maybe not a perfect texture here. Okay. Now we need the rocks. So basic idea is again, we move up here our little helpers. As on this ones. And let us spawn here some rocks. So, and left and right we will need. So, and now we build in parallel. Just the shoreline. After that we connect it and hopefully we are happy with the result. So that's basically the idea of this process. So it should be, you should be building it here like this, and then it's running through the side. So, and also here we have this rule of these 64 meter. But I think it will turn out in a good way. So we're building up nodes, and then we need to build a curve. And also if this is here not perfectly aligned, so nobody will walk over that. So we just need to be precise that it looks okay from a certain distance. Not doing too much bad, but it's if there's something not 100% correct, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, guys. So also it's nature. Nature isn't perfect. So we maybe should check this if it's work in the way I have the idea in my mind. So we add here our little master. And I need my little helper tool here. So due to the important rule, we may be also running into splitting maybe some things so that we can reach all. So what happens when we do it like this? Oh, it worked. That's great. This also, no, I don't want to try that. I don't want to screw it up. So here we create a new one. So this and, oh no, this one. We link it up. And now we magically move again the rocky. So of course we have to fix height later. But at the moment it's just to see if we can place this course as we like to. And maybe okay, we are still good. So that's the trick here. So now we have to check if we can move that little boy here again. Yeah, we have some space. So and that's also the important thing. Did you try out? Don't panic. If you did it a little too much, then pull it back and build it a little bit smaller. So yeah, I think that's great. So this is mostly for some shots or movies or whatever. As said, the cost is just for the cosmetic. Do the alignment that it's okay, but it needs not to be super precise. I would say we also take the peninsula. Or maybe we delete it and take that again. So, and of course we're doing here the same trick. So, and let us check. It's better to have this closer, because when you once connect these and you then what is the word, unlink, then the tiles are very screwed here and you don't want to do that. So this is mostly a one-shot link, and afterwards it becomes not so nice to link that again. And it's possible, you can link, but you run maybe in trouble if you miss to link something, because then all the parts are unlinked, also the parts from each of these tiles, because it's multi-mesh units. So now we maybe run into trouble. So maybe I have to lead one. Yeah. So the thing is, now we overstretched it a little bit. So you see here, technically, I could place it there, but due to this one and this one is out of this region, you see here, it needs to cover. It needs to be fit in these in the circle of 65 meter. And so we are a little screwed here and have to do it again. But for science, we will do that. So we will rest these trade units again. So we delete this simply here. It's not worth to think about that. Because if we unlock, then all is screwed and that's not so good. So what we easily can do is we can extend each tile, so then we don't have any problems. Maybe we are doing that. And then we are very flexible and can adjust later on. So we will do that. So every tile now gets his own little helper to be a good Offsim shore. And then we are much more flexible. And I think that's good to be flexible. So we create now, and we call it Offsim shore rocky. And we easily connect this one. And here we go. So now this is connected. Now we can place it here where we want it and are happy. So we do once more. Swim offshore rock here. Okay. So this one, of course, is then a little bit harder to adjust, but we will do that anyhow. So now we are placing these ones a little bit back. So we... okay, so here we run in a little issue. We need to give it a higher level because it could not be under the ground. So and now we have here a little nice. So same issue here. We link, we move a little up. So and you see here, it turns out in a very nice way. So this we will take little care. So show root. No, we don't want to show root. So if we move down. So now you have to understand that the pivot point is somewhere in the middle of this new object. So then you need to consider that in your rotations. So you see it's rotating, of course, on a pivot point that is between the prim and the mesh. And that's why I try to do groups, but if it's very far away, so the group maybe not work and we have to do each object with an helper. But it's okay, we can handle it. And the nice thing is, if we want created here a nice shoreline, we can copy and paste it and do it a little further. So I think it turns out nicely. So now we highlight again. Now that we don't want. I think this is not too much. So we just copy it. We take that guy here a little bit out. So now Good, and we have here our last piece. We prepared it as well. And we send it over into that. Maybe we turn it a little bit. So, but we also have to raise it. Oh, that's too much. I think we don't need this end thing. That would be much more handy. Yeah, looks better like that. So, and so you can and so so you can basically build a beach of Offsim. So these things we can adjust a bit later. Okay, I think we made here a good step again in our little rebuild island project. So let us remove all the windows. So what we did today is we built the basic roads and we added here the offshore beach, and we added here the offshore or the Offsim rocky beach, and here we will place for the so here will be a farmland, so we can add here trees and of course some fields in this area, so that this is here looking then like a real farmer spot. So I think that's a great idea and give the sim more immersion, and I think the owner will like that idea. So as said, I need to clean up here a little. Maybe we switch here from trim to mesh so that this is organic. Yeah, but I think it looks like a nice little extension here, because who don't love big fields? So the same we're doing here, but this is the other day. We will build around here a cliff, and here just, I think just hills like this, so this is nothing so big, but here we will add the coast, the shore. I think we do some kind of shaping that we move around here and doing it like this and follows in here closer the real border of the sim. So thanks a lot for your time that you watched, and maybe you learned something. Yeah, sorry for my partial voice cracks. So I think maybe the next work session I will prepare some kind of info field that this is just without voice. So then we basically do the same tricks, the same mechanics here to this area. So I think I will add some kind of explanation mark in the window so that in the episode 2 you find the explanation what I did. And anyhow, you could also ask in the comments if you find that yeah, look into to my work good. So you want something, you are free to vote up or vote down, or give your comments, your critics in the comments. So all is welcome to improve my work and yeah, my creativity. So have a good day, have a good night, wherever you are. We see us soon. Bye bye.